Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome to Beyond Your Radio. It's Unknown Sundays. It's time to talk a band, an artist, maybe something in the music multiverse that might be relatively somewhat unknown, missed, that our watchers, collectors, listeners might be interested in, a rabbit hole to go down, past or present. Please remember that this is an extension of the article section on beyondyourradio.com. If you want all the clever little detail written there by me and some extra, it's there. I have been extremely fortunate in my concert going career from my 20s to my mid 30s, being able to make big early discoveries and allow myself and some of my friends to see huge bands in very small venues. This Unknown Sundays 2024 is one of those experiences that yielded an opening act that was able to play a very solid set in a place and country that I'm fairly certain that no one knew anything about them at all. And if they were, and if they were me at the time, and Jeff Young, one of the panelists and he's one of my best friends, they were certainly not the focus of our attention. I recall the statement Jeff made. He says, this show has the potential of blowing us through the back wall of the place. There was no question that the band that was therefore had no business being in the place, and we kind of knew it. I said I second that notion, restating that these guys are too big and they'll be playing stadiums all over the world. So we're amped up and we're ready for anything. And on stage comes this opening band that opened for Muse at a little place called the Town Ballroom. That band is tonight's Unknown Sunday, and that band is Razorlight on Unknown Sundays 2024. Now, Razorlight is an English indie pop rock band with a light punk revival kind of edginess led by an extremely punchy, charismatic lead vocalist by the name of Johnny Burrell, who coincidentally was around at the formation of the Libertines. He even has credit on that debut album, Up the Bracket. Now, he has an incredible way to move from a vibrato, which gives that depth and creative mood, urgency a little bit, and then he moves to a lower register, and for some kind of, like a kook kind of thing, the kooks, that's how I hear it anyway. Or, well, he could even get into a falsetto to catch that height of an audio experience. So obviously something like this allows the band to go in a million different directions. There's a large scope and range of music to explore.
I bet you never call in. It was the first time you want the punchline. Maybe come melt in your mouth, alright, but you wonder why you're all alone here, girl. You got to figure it out, my God. And you got to let the good time back into your life.
He can hang in with like an Elvis Costello rock kind of thing, or he can go to an indie punk crowd pleaser, or he can go into a Police meets Arctic Monkeys kind of ballad. Not a true ballad, but an off-kilter ballad. The instruments can range from, I don't know, the early easy, guitar, bass, drum, to guitar, bass, drum, which has moved into excellent synth playmanship over the years and giving the band a more indie rock appeal and reach. However, they never lost sight of the voice, the style, and the gig, as they really hammered it out like true professionals, as well as having a really good time, it appeared to me, within the audience as well as to themselves. So this front man had it in spades, man, I'm telling you. And a songwriting that doesn't hit you right away, maybe like a wine, it lingers afterwards, but definitely fixates that you want to play it again or play the entire record again. Doesn't matter which. And it doesn't matter which album, era, or bandmates, as this band actually is still here today. Now, yes, Muse was incredible. And it was everything we knew it would be. But those albums were purchased already. This is on the Showbiz tour and MTV college thing. So, we knew that they were going to be in the huge stadium. They had that Rush meets Queen, 3 guys making all that noise. Not even noise, it's perfect really in sound. I was playing that album, and within seconds of playing the Razorlight album, once I got it, I was playing it again and again. It was just catchy, cool and catchy, right? So it hit the spot, right? And having similar qualities of the first record comes the second. And that second record, self-titled Razorlight, had a very big single on it in the UK called America. And if you go on the website, I think I left a video for that there. Then, they do Slipway Fires, which was like, it's like clockwork every 2 years. So you got a record deal. Can't remember who the record company was with, but it was that bang, bang, bang kind of thing, keeping it together all the time. I don't know what happened when the fourth comes, right? But this is my take on it from reading what I read. So you got the band started to feel to me like it was moving in an indie pop direction. And I'm going to make an assumption that some of the bandmates might have felt uncomfortable with that as the fourth record was coming. There was a breakup in the band. There were the replacement people. The replacement people came in. They did a tour. They put into this fourth album. And Johnny Burrell even says in the interview, he said that he thought this was a really good record. And the record label just said it was shit. They weren't going to put it out. They had no big America kind of single, and that's what they wanted. That's what you had to have at that point, right? I want to say this was probably gonna be 2010 at that point, because they had 2004, 2006, 2008, and this is 2010. So this forced them into something I had not heard or purchased a Razorlight album since then, but Johnny Burrell stopped everything, refused to modify, I believe, and wound up creating a solo record in that time. That is actually something you can go down as a rabbit hole. The album was called Burrell 1. So I really didn't have any idea that he had a solo record until I started digging a little bit deeper. So there's a rabbit hole. I went down it. You can too. I certainly love the vocal, as it's a little bit larger than life considering where the departure of the band. And that album was actually produced by Trevor Horn. So you get an idea how the style of that might have been a little bit more throwback than indie pop rock. He also had an album called The Atlantic Culture with Zazu. And then, no, not Zazu from The Lion King, it's a nice departure. It's from 2016, and it's certainly different than anything he had ever done. It's quite interesting. Obviously, it's an obscurity, but there you are in a rabbit hole. So in 2018, suddenly I see Razorlight show up on my album lists in October 26th, which is really odd considering here we are on October, just November 3rd here now, but back in October 25th, here comes this Planet Nowhere 2024 release. So this is the band getting some of the members back and then all the members back that originated technically with the band. So, and that album was called Olympus Sleeping, which I thought was really good. I thought the high energy was there. This was not them going through the motions, and it was something that needed to get into people's ear, like it was tried earlier in the 2008, 2006 era. But in Planet Nowhere, well, where does that fit in all this? Well, Planet Nowhere does feature the entire crew pretty much, original cast. Good, steady follow-up, keeping with their not taking themselves too seriously and having a good time. I mean, just put on cool people, and you'll know they realize that they are not anybody cool in this band.
In front of you, there are no cool people in this band. There are no cool people in my band. There are no cool people in this band.
But they make cool, catchy English indie pop rock with a fun tempo and charisma that is easy to keep you up all night after any performance. See them live and you'll kind of understand what I mean. I'm sure people across the pond know very well what I mean. Albums of Razorlight. I'll let you know those that are in my collection. The debut, Up All Night, 2004. Yes, I have that. The follow-up sophomore record, Razorlight, self-titled, 2006. Yes, I have that one as well. Slipway Fires, not Slip Away, Slipway. Slipway's a place. 2008, I had that record as well. Then there's that hiatus of 10 years. His solo records in between there, that was called Burrell 1 in 2013. And also in 2016, the Atlantic Culture I spoke about. I do not have any of those records, nor do I have Olympus Sleeping, which 2018, their return, and Planet Nowhere, which just released, I think, a week ago. So that's where I fall on Razorlight on Unknown Sundays. What did you think of Razorlight? Have you heard them before? Did you see them live? Tell us something. Give us a comment, a note or two. Maybe click that like button if you're a fan of the show, the fan of Razorlight, or just like to keep us around. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'll see you back here next week for another Unknown Sunday. We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. We got articles, videos, podcasts coming soon, albums, bands, artists, anything we can get our hands on. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching. Happy listening.